Integrating Computer Science in the Elementary Classroom. I'm Alice Lee, and I teach second grade at the Crescent Park School in Bethel, Maine. The driving question is, what are ways I can successfully integrate computer science into the already existing second grade curriculum? And what is gained from integrated lessons? In the center are the key computer science concepts young learners work on. And surrounding the organizer are the different subject areas where I am trying to incorporate those computer science words. How does a BBOT help integrate computer science with curriculum? What skills do BBOT activities build in elementary students? I'd like to talk about the skill building first. In an NAEYC article about the importance of play, Lori Bongiorno states, "Children learn through their play. Think of it as a science lecture with a lab. Play is the child's lab. And that play is developing cognitive skills, physical abilities, new vocabulary, social skills, and literacy." And that BBOT definitely brings an element of play to the lesson. The BBOT also brings the 4 C's to the lesson. And those are skills we are really working on bringing to the 21st century classroom because workplaces and jobs are demanding these skills: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. And the BBOT also does some curriculum connecting. There are math activities that connect well with using the BBOT, science, social studies, and literacy activities, all aligned with the standards and work really well to make the lesson engaging, fun, and also reach the standards that are desired. So the BBOT's in the center there. And the BBOT brings that play and hands-on learning to the lesson. It reaches the curriculum goals, and it also brings about those 4 C's: collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity. So the question is, how do you build a BBOT mat? Well, I built a template to use for many BBOT mats. I used a shower curtain, and the squares are 15 centimeters or roughly 6 inches, and there are 20 squares. After making the template, I lay it down and I put other mats over it and I trace it. And then I make or buy cards to fit the lesson. And those cards are going to be about just a little smaller than the mat squares, so 11.5 centimeters or 4.5-inch squares. And I laminated them, and I also laminate some white ones for the empty squares. And I did the sea turtle one a couple different ways. So I did it where I mixed up the life cycle as well as to tell the story of the life cycle. And at the last step is to use clear packing tape to tape down the pictures. There are little task cards that come with the mats, and I cut and laminate them. Another option is you can buy a transparent pocket mat. Then you can switch the cards to coordinate with your lesson, and that's about $53.64 if you want to buy that mat. In the BBOT, you've got 7 different commands, and that is forward, back, left, right. If you've made a mistake and you want to clear it, pause, and then the middle has the go button. So I bought a whole pile of cards that went with my fairy tale and fables unit. and very engaging for my young learners. And for science mats, we do space, we do some life cycle work and biodiversity, and there are lots of very engaging mats. And I must say that I tend to buy them. They're not very expensive and they're so well done. The math mats that I use, the one on the left, we've done some addition and some rounding and some addition with rounding. So I've used that mat for that and some fact family work on the right. For social studies, we've done landforms in second grade and mapping skills. All the mats, you are directed with a little task card. The child picks up the task card and that helps them to know what they're going to do. And the mats do fold right up. So Bebop mats in action. In that lesson, I had all different groups going, so it was a little hectic, and sometimes I do that, but I also like to take the opportunity to use it more as a center and have one group working, and this is with a volunteer over here. So thank you, and I look forward to talking with you further about CS integration in the elementary classroom.